What's up, guys? Andy Bean with Beaner Outdoors. So I've been doing my last video. You saw that I did like a review on this little tiny pole. I saw it in Roll King and I was like, man, I wonder if that works. I'm gonna get that and show it to my viewers. By proficiency, it worked. Today we're gonna do another. I've done one other video, but on these mystery tackle boxes, I've had some really good experience on them. If you go back through my playlist or like through my videos, you can actually see this one video for bass fishing that I did, and it was one of the coolest fishing moments, and it was because of this. I am not sponsored or endorsed by these, but you can actually find some really cool things in these boxes. So I may do a couple more. If you think I should, hit that like button down below so I can show you like different things. But also, I'm just trying to like show you, my viewers who are supportive of me, like stuff that works. And so yeah, we're gonna try this out. We're getting out there. But if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe if it helps you out too. I appreciate all the support. Getting close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So enough chit chat, as I always say. Let's get out there. So, caught two fish. Caught a creek chub and caught a trout, and I wasn't recording. So, let's try it again. I'm just catch and releasing. Unless I hook one wrong, I'll probably not do a catch and cook on this. Oh man. So I was reeling downstream, which is really hard to like hook a fish when you're doing that. But yeah, it just caught a trout. But I was hoping I could show you. Tiny trout, but hey, it'll catch a trout. There we go. He flipped it himself. So, that lure will catch trout. Again, that lure was... It's made by Black Magic Tackle, but it's called the Spin Max. 35mm hook, weighs 4.6 grams. Alright, so the next one we got here is made by, I believe, Acme, but it's called a Castmaster. It just looks like a basic spinner to me. Nothing real fancy. It's just got that silver spoon with the treble hooks. Treble hooks look like they're pretty durable. That other one, the hook's bent just a little bit, but not bad. I mean, you're gonna have that when you fish. Let's put this one on. One downside I can see to this is if you don't have like a swivel to put on here, it's just literally that loop ring attached to the spinner. So your spinner's gonna spin, it's gonna spin your line up, and it's gonna start to twist it a little bit. So after every cast and retrieve, you're gonna have to kind of let it sit there and spin itself out. I don't know, I'm gonna try one other spot, but this one I'm just, the design of it. I'm gonna show you up close here. So the design, you got that little key ring there, and it doesn't really spin when it's in the water. Maybe if you put a swivel on it, it would. The hooks look durable, but I mean, when it goes through, it just goes like that. It kind of reminds me almost of a Spanish mackerel spoon, like a Clark spoon. But I haven't had much luck. I'm gonna try one other spot where I have decent luck, but I don't know. I think it'll catch a fish. It'll just take you some time. So this next one's a pretty good size. I don't know if it's gonna catch a trout or not. I mean, it's pretty darn big in my hand. I'll try it, but I'm not I don't have too high of hopes for it, but it's made by Dynamic. It's made by Dynamic, and it's called Spec. It looks like a great trout or bass fishing lure. It's got little balls in it, and it shakes real loud, so it's going to cause a lot of noise in the water. Oh, it hooked one. I mean, he didn't hook himself good, but it hooked. They definitely like it. It's just it died so deep. I just had a little red eye try to hit it. So this is going to be probably more for a panfish or maybe a crappie, something like that. It'll catch trout, but you're going to need to be in really, really deep water. All right, I want to give this one more go because this water's a little deeper, and I want to try it out, see if it'll work. Yep, there we go. Oh. You just need deeper water to catch it with this one. Oh, holy crap. He inhaled that sucker. Well, we're going to be having to catch and cook because, yeah, I'm going to eat this one. We're going to eat him because, I mean, literally, probably only about that much was sticking out of his mouth, and if you get anywhere any blood that starts bleeding on a trout, it's probably not going to make it. They're very sensitive fish. That's why when you release them, you need to release them in the water. And if you haven't seen that, watch my last video. I explained that. But yeah, that one's a great, I mean, it'll catch trout, just it's got to be in deeper water. But those two treble hooks like a bass lure, that's the only bad thing about it, I would say, is if they don't inhale it, it's going to hook them right there, but it's also going to probably hook back in the gills or on this opposite side here. So yeah, that's the risk. If you're wanting to just catch and release, I wouldn't use that hook, but it will catch. All right, so these next two, one is made by Kalen's and one is made by Lake Fork. It's that right there. But the only thing about them, they don't come with jig head, so I'm gonna have to go get me one and put it on. All right, so I found me a jig head. That's the only one I could kind of find in my tackle. It's got a little spinner on it, but we'll try to see if it works. Yeah, I do like the action on this. So run that through there. Push it up on there. It's a little off center, but that should be okay. They want it, but they're just not for sure. Oh, red eye. the hook for it, it just doesn't work out for a trout. There we go. All I gotta do is say something, the opposite happens. I think the hook for it just doesn't work out for a trout. All I gotta do is ever say something, the opposite will happen. But the nice thing about this, it hooked them good. It's not like a treble hook where it can really hurt them. That's a real pretty rainbow. So if you're gonna use these grubs, I would recommend in like faster paced water. But I mean, this one did the trick. Now the little spinner that's on the grub, that action may have helped a little bit. But let's try the neon chartreuse green one. So if you're ever wondering how to hook one of these things, what I always like to do is take the hook, put it next to it, right like that, and then you kind of got a little marker for right there, and then all I'm going to do is just run it through there until I get to that marker, and then I'm going to weed it out, put it up on the jig head, and it should be out right like that to where it's just perfect presentation. Shouldn't be all bunched up. Should work, hopefully. Actually learned that saltwater fishing. Alright, I've thrown this thing numerous times. Not once. Hey, eagle. Sorry, ADD. But I'll try it on crappie, but as far as trout, don't recommend it. And it's by the brand of Kalen's. Alrighty, so for the exception of that metal spoon that was silver, I think it'll catch fish, but I wouldn't buy it. And also the chartreuse green one that I cast and never had any luck on, I think it'd do all right with like crappie and stuff like that. But I can see that it's some decent weather. It's a little windy, but I got a spot. Squirrel season's in. Needless to say, squirrel season's in. I'm gonna see if I can't go like try to get on some. It's June, but we here in Virginia we have 2 weeks of it on private land. So I'm gonna real quick get these filleted up and get right back out there and try to make y'all another video. So I'll see you in the kitchen. Alrighty, so we're gonna cook up our trout, but I've got some other fish. I'm gonna be making a lemon dill cream sauce. I saw this was a lemon cream sauce on somebody else's channel that I follow on YouTube, but I saw it and I was like, man, if you added dill to that, it would just make it just a tad bit better. So if you don't like dill, you don't have to worry about adding it. But no, I'm gonna cook the trout, but I'm also gonna do some tuna and some bottom fish from Outer Banks trip. If you haven't checked that out, it's really awesome. I'm with my good friend Billy on that. But yeah, let's get into it. And I'm gonna show you how to make the sauce, and I'm gonna put it with a little bit of pasta. So I'm doing other fish, but just my trout fillets. I'm just gonna show y'all the trout fillets. You can do the other fish. Well, the other fish I'm doing is almost exactly the same, but I'm just putting it in a little egg bath, putting it in some panko, and we're just going to fry it like every other fish that most people do. You're just going to fry it up. Alrighty, so we're going to add our trout fillets in. Oh yeah, perfect. If you're ever wondering how hot to get your oil, you can take just a little bit of water, not a ton, put it on the tip of your fingers, flick it if it pops, or also if you have flour or breading, just take, I got panko breadcrumbs. Just take that panko and drop it in there, and you can see it like start to sizzle. So that's how you know whenever your oil is just the right temperature and not too hot, but just hot enough. Alrighty, so we're gonna flip these. Oh, perfect golden brown. You're gonna be just right. Alrighty, so we're gonna get these off here. We're gonna put them on the pan. We're gonna put them in the oven. I've got my, ooh, look at that. I've got my oven on keep warm setting. So I'm gonna fry the rest of my fish, and then we're gonna move on to how I make the sauce. Alright, so we've cooked it. We've got our panko in there. This is how excited I am. Kerrygold butter. I mean, it's a little fuzzy right now. There we go. But we're going to take this. We're going to take a whole stick of butter because we're going to make a bunch of sauce because I have a lot of fillets. But we're going to take a whole stick. A lot of you are like, good Lord. But if you think about it, a whole stick of butter per fish fillet, it's literally 1 tablespoon. So if you just want to size this down, 1 tablespoon of butter. But it's going to be almost like you know how you make gravy? It's going to be almost the same concept, only you're making a cream sauce. We're going to use heavy whipping cream. Alright, we're going to take our lemon and make some lemon zest. Just put it in there. Alright, so we took our lemon zest. We're going to take 2 lemons. Oh, and if you got cuts on your hand, you're really going to feel it. Alright, so we're going to stir this right in. Then you're going to take about 2 tablespoons of dill. So I'm just going to cut it right here. You want to add the cream at the end because you want that dill to really soak in and start really giving off its flavor. Alright, so we're going to add some pepper. Gonna add some Parmesan cheese. It's gonna be almost kind of like an Alfredo, but not quite. Using this Parmesan cheese here to, and it's probably gonna be about 1/4 of a cup, but you're using it to help thicken up your cream sauce. So cream's gonna help thicken it up, but don't shake this up too much because you're gonna make butter. Alright, so now we got this kind of coming up to a boil. Boil, I should say, not bowl. We're going to add probably about 3/4 of all of this whipping cream to it. Because you got to remember, you're putting it into the noodles too. We're just going to stir this in and bring it up to a boil. As soon as it comes up to a boil, then we're going to reduce our heat to thicken it up. Alright, so as you can see, we got the bubbles going on right there. What we're going to do is turn our heat down to just low and at a simmer. And you're just going to stir it a little bit until you stop seeing those bubbles. And then just let it sit there. Alrighty, so we're going to get some of our noodle or penne pasta here. I called it noodles. Take our fish. Put it right on the side. We're going to get our sauce here. Oh, it's really thickened up. Once you feel it, you can feel the thickness, but I'm going to put it on the noodles. I'm going to put it right on top of that fish. Oh, this looks amazing, but it is smoking hot. I got to put it down. Alrighty, so it's cooled down a little bit. We're going to get some of our noodles, eat them. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, man, you can taste the cream. You can taste that lemon zest and the lemon that goes in it. Now, whew, this is still hot. Now, the fish. Let's see here. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to be making this again for something else, but I'm going to try to make it a video where it's a larger scale of people, because in my opinion, top three, definitely top three things that I've ever made. This is amazing. This is so good. You need to try it. But it's not a ton of not a ton of ingredients that you saw for the recipe. But yeah, that guy knew what he was talking about on that channel. But yeah, I'm gonna stop saying yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I hope that maybe the mystery fish and tackle box will help you out. Definitely try them out. I'd totally do another one. If you want me to do another one, if I can get 20 likes, I will do another one for you just to see what the next one will be. But I've got a bass fishing video coming up. It's in our mystery tackle box. I'm going to try it out and see how it works and everything. So yeah, like I said again, like, comment, and subscribe. Give me some likes, and I'll make you another one. But until next time, I'm Andy Bean with Beanero Outdoors, and I'm going to chaw down. So y'all get out there.